Hello and thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. So today it's a bit late as we're already almost halfway through the month of August, but this is my completed pages for July 2025. And yes, no, it's a bit late because the first week of August I have been away on holiday. To Great Yarmouth. It's only a UK holiday, but it is a holiday and I love going there. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to film this video before going, but I'm here now and I think I completed 6 pages in July. I had a very good start of the month, and then the second half I don't really know what happened, to be honest. I was just colouring little bits. So yeah, I'm just going to get started, and I'm going to start with this one on top, Pop Manga Beauties and Beasties by Camila de Eero. I'll just pop the others to one side. Okay, so in this book, this page was actually a buddy colour with Monica from The Art of Colouring, oh my gosh, sorry about that. Monica from The Art of Momo. I don't know, is there somebody called The Art of Colouring? If there is, I'm sorry, but that is a good name. So we coloured this page, and the word proud of it doesn't quite cover it for me. I had a vision and it actually happened, kind of. I did start off wanting to do dangly vines, and then once I started painting I was like, yeah, that's gonna cover up my bridge too much, and yeah, it would have got a lot more intricately detailed than I was willing to go. So I settled for I was gonna still have the trees this side, but I wasn't gonna have trees that side, so I changed up my mind. But we're all allowed to do that. And also I started off by drawing some lily pads in the water, and then I thought, well, this is more of a stream than a pond, so I thought maybe you wouldn't get the lily pads. I don't know. This is my fantasy forest, so you could have whatever you want really, but yeah, I decided to not have them in the end. But yeah, it's a lot of green and I love it. So this page, the whole of the background is acrylic paints. What brand did I use? That's a good question. I used a few brands of acrylic paints. I used the Arteza acrylic paints. You know, you get the big box with so many colours in and whatnot. That was that. And then I also used, one moment, so I had the Perio Studio acrylics in a couple of colours. I've just picked out one to show you what they look like. I used a bit of this black, Deco Art Americana black, but not much. I mixed it with a brown for the trees. And also, I can't find the one that I used, but I have a green in this paint. And I picked this up from, I think it was the Range here in the UK. They sell a bit of everything and they have an art section. And yeah, I don't actually know where I've put the green, which is quite unsettling since I keep all my paint in the same area. But anyway, those are the types of paints that I used. And also I have used a Posca pen for my detailing on the frog and here and there on him as well. But all of the white paint in the background isn't the Posca pen, that's just I think it was the Arteza white that was in that. And yeah, this took so long for me to colour, but so proud. And then the pencils that I have used are the Black Widow pencils. So right now I will show you Monica's completed page, and I love it. Like, there's so many things I love about it, like the blend that she has created in the background, love it. Also, like the texture that she got on the frog, it like looks, what's the word, slimy but shiny, you know, it's sort of that sort of rubbery texture that you expect to have on a frog. And yeah, see, I went a bit different with mine, but yeah, she managed to capture that perfectly, I think. And I also love how she did the, on the cape, it's got the fluffy bit and it's like black polka dotty, and I love that texture on that she's created as well. It's like we went completely different with our pages, but they both turned out great. And like I said, I think mine is probably my favourite page that I've coloured all year, if not ever. I don't know if I'm willing to say that, because I do have a few pages that I absolutely love, but I'm super proud of this page. And yeah, glad I didn't mess it up. There were times when I thought, oh dear, I'm gonna mess it up, but I was able to fix it as I was going along. And yeah, so this was another completed page in a Camila de Eero book. I was supposed to be focusing on Pop Manga Cute and Creepy, but quite honestly, as long as I'm colouring in Camila de Eero's books, I'm kind of counting it as a focus, because I just have to be colouring in her books. And I've also done a PDF of hers as well this month, well, in July. But yeah, this book is slowly filling up as well, and so far I think I love all the pages that I've completed in here. But yeah, still a lot. Like this middle section, I haven't coloured very many. And then I obviously have this one. Like, it just, like, I think I added just the right amount of contrast for me. Like, I love having the contrast in a page, and I think that the darkness of the trees, and like it gets darker as you come down here, I think that really helped showing the light. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. But yeah, still a lot to do in this book, but happy to have another page done in Pop Manga Beauties and Beasties by Camila de Eero. Next up, I have the Epic World of Tolkien colouring book, and if I'm remembering rightly, this book was also available as two different books. Yes, material featured previously published in Tolkien's World from 2015 and A Bestiary of Tolkien in 2016. So this is both of those books combined into one. I never knew about those books at all. This is a Thunder Bay Press book, and it is a chunky book, which I love. And I have coloured, oh, it has multiple artists in here. If you go to the back, you can see here which page is drawn by which artist, and I think my page is 37. It's by this person that I'm about to butcher the name, Moro Mazzara. So I apologise for the butchery, but it is really great artwork. And I have done this page, which is the Trolls page, and they actually have, like, I don't know if they class it as, is it the Elvish or like some sort of language from the world of Tolkien. Like I love the films, but I don't know all the information and details and stuff. Like, you know, I just watch things to enjoy them. I don't always pick up on things like that. But yeah. So it started off, I believe, as just the trolls and this border. I think it had the border in. I think it was the square. It was something a bit like this, but it never had anything in the background, I don't think. I know that I drew in the background myself and then painted it. What did I use? I used again the Perio Studio acrylics, which again were these paints. I don't have like every colour, but I have enough of a selection to do what I want, if that makes sense. And then I've also used the Renaissance Colours watercolour in gold, which is around here, and that was actually a freebie paint, like a sample paint, when I bought this set, which was the Candy Colours. As you can see, I've used a lot of that already. Like, it was this gold, and it's literally called gold, but it was just a little freebie that was provided, which is always appreciated, you know, because then, like, look at how beautiful that gold is. If I'm going to buy some more paints, I'm definitely including the gold. But yes, and then I used the Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolour. I'm trying to actually remember what that was, what colours that was, because obviously I've used the acrylic paint. I'm trying to think where I've used what. I can't remember. I honestly can't. Where did I use the Kuretake Gansai Tambi? Because I feel like the background is acrylic here, but I know that I went on top of this with my pencils that I was using, which is the Faber-Castell Polychromos, and look, it's literally come off on my fingers. So I think I used the watercolour underneath that. I don't know. No! I used the watercolour as a base. Oh my gosh, how did I forget that? Yeah, I used the Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolour as a base over the trolls. That's what it was. Right, remembering now. I don't know how I forgot, to be honest. And then on top with the Faber-Castell Polychromos, and I've got white Posca pen detailing within. But yeah, again, I do love how that's turned out. Oh dear. Like, you go away on holiday for a week and you forget everything you're doing. You forget everything you've done. Like, I know I literally started a video and I completely forgot that I was doing it. It's so bad. So I've got to finish that in August as well. So this was from the Epic World of Tolkien colouring book, The Chunky Beast. It's quite heavy as well. It's good paper though. Next up I have another troll page. Like, I was in the mood for colouring trolls, but the ones in the Tolkien were more and this one is more like that makes no sense, sorry. But yeah, this is from Wildflower Folk colouring book by Christine Carroll, and this is a Blue Angel publishing book. We all know and love the paper in these, right? And as I just said, I did the troll girl, and I wanted to keep her quite muted in colours, and I have also used one of those Candy Colours Renaissance watercolours in the background, which is called Percy, and I do love the colours in that. I thought it went really nicely with the colours that I've already used on the page, because that was the last thing that I did. And also this page I was using the Castellat's Harmonious pencils, which is what gives it this sort of paler colour, because they are quite, well, I'm taking this set as harmonious, meaning they are good for blending with like the other sets, like they work in harmony with each other kind of thing. I don't know if that's what it's meant to be, but that's how I sort of saw it as. But I didn't use any of the other sets on this page. I just wanted to test out those pencils on their own, and I think they did a really good job. I was able to create the colours that I wanted anyway, so, and it kind of gives her yeah. This was, I did the video about the green undertone skin, and she didn't, it did create the look I was going for, but slightly different than what I originally planned. But it is what I wanted, if that don't make sense, but I'm sorry. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, I did the video on green undertone skin, and obviously when I say green undertone, I don't mean she's actually going to be green. I mean, I've used it in her skin and you can kind of see it through, like in some areas, but she isn't actually green. It just tones down the warmth of the skin, because I often use purple in skin tones, and that can help a lot of the time with creating warm shadows if you're using a warm purple. But I was using a green, or a couple of greens, I can't remember now, and yeah, it did take a few layers to get to the desired look I was going for, because let's just say she was a bit too green, then I was like, I can't tell what I've been doing, and so on and so forth. And then, but because this paper's good, I was able to eventually get to where I needed to be, and then it all came together nicely. Well, I think so. Is it my favourite page? No. Is it worthy of this, like, me colouring in this book to the best of my ability at the time? Yes. Because I think this is my second page in here now. I think I've only done one, which I absolutely love and cannot find. Where is it? Ah, there. Love it. Spring Wind. So yeah, I'm happy with how this one has turned out. And then I have also used Posca pen, which is basically like what I use on every page. Although when I went on holiday, I took colouring with me and I forgot to take my white Posca pen, and I was like, I can't do the next bit without doing that. So I had to go buy a cheap alternative white paint marker. So yeah, that will be a story for August. But yeah, so that is from Wildflower Folk, colouring book by Christine Tarrant. Next I have a Forever Whip from Alice in Wonderland special by Eva Nikkunen in the Colour in Heaven magazine. And this was a Forever Whip mostly because of the yellowing that the markers created. Yes, lots of yellowing to fix. Well, not fix, but I will have lots of yellowing to fix on other pages. As you can see, look at how much yellowing that did. Like on the back here, you can see the colour. It was an orange, and this was a red. And luckily I had my sheets of paper behind this page, so it has managed to save anything from yellowing onto here, which is fantastic. And I always say yellow is quite an easy colour to colour over, but I wish I didn't have to. So obviously the yellow has yellowed over here, but orange has yellowed there, and the red has done it there, but that orange is bad. So poor white bunny is slightly yellow. Like obviously here I can colour that column whatever colour I want. They look like chess pieces, so you have black and white, so this one can be black, you know? And having black behind the white bunny kind of makes sense for it to pop anyway. Although I can't see myself colouring this page anytime soon. But yes, finally got around to colouring this page. Let me zoom out a little bit. Too much. Is it in focus now? Like, it's always a struggle. I don't know if anybody else struggles like that. But yes, so on this page, what did I use? Well, first of all, the yellowing markers, as I mentioned, shuttle art markers. Yeah, don't own them anymore. Yeah, I gave them to my niece. Like, she'll use them on anything, you know. And, yeah, sorry. You know, you just get annoyed, don't you? Why do they have to yellow? And I've used Castle Art pencils, the normal, original, with a soft touch or something like that. And then Posca pen, as usual, white. And then, Renaissance watercolour from the Sweet collection, again in Sugar Plum. I forgot about that. I've done the little hearts on her dress with it. And the camera isn't picking it up, but it's like a silver, but it's also got a bit of a purpley pink tone in it slightly, as it suggests Sugar Plum. But yes, I do love how it turned out, but the yellowing is so annoying. Oh yeah, and also it's black Posca pen as well. Yes, I do own one that isn't white. I actually own quite a few Posca pens. Well, not loads, but yeah, mostly I've noticed I just need the white and then I can shade on top if I want it to be a slightly different colour. So they don't get to see the light of day very often. But yeah, so glad that this wasn't oranged. Yellowed, sorry. But yeah, the pictures in here are stunning. And although it's Alice in Wonderland themed, I don't know if I'm actually going to colour them all like Alice in Wonderland. I might just end up doing whatever I want, but then I also think to myself, I know what I'm like when I come to colouring it again. Those like sort of imagination will go out the window and I'll be like, it's Alice in Wonderland, it's got to be Alice in Wonderland. And that's why I don't always find myself colouring in these specific character books, because I'm like, oh, I've got to colour them with those colours, even though you don't have to. So yes, that was Eva Nakunen's Alice in Wonderland special of Colour in Heaven. And next up I have 2 PDFs to finish off with. And this first one is from Etsy and it's from Arts by Tamara. Let me just... It's like arts.by.tamara. And yes, can I zoom in? No, because the other one will need zooming out again. And yeah, Winsor and Newton alcohol markers. As you can see, I just do a base, so it doesn't matter if it's fully alright or solid. Yes, they are what I switched to after the shuttle art markers. I was like, yeah, can't use them anymore. Let's find some good ones. And then Castle Art pencils again, just the normal soft. I do think they were called Soft Touch, right? And then Posca pen, as usual. You can see the white detailing, hopefully. And then in the background we have Renaissance watercolour paint again, but this time in the colour Marshmallow, which is this beautiful gold pink, lovely colour. That is one of my favourites in that set. Love it. And I thought it would go well with this page. I just drew in a box and went with it. But yeah, I love her style of drawing. like if you look as well on their Instagram, I believe that's also arts by Tamara, I think. And yeah, if you look at like her style of how she colours, I could never do that. It is not my style, but I love looking at it. So yeah, really, really happy with this, and I really want to colour the others because this one was available in a fruits pack colouring pages, so there are more fruits to colour. This was strawberry. Yeah, I do. I love it. Sometimes you just got to colour a PDF as well, you know, because you don't have that stress of ruining a book. Well, I know I get that. So my last completed page for July is a Camila de Eero page, as I said, and it was a Patreon reward. So if you didn't know, Camila de Eero has a Patreon where each month she will like send out rewards, and I'm a part of the rewards where you get colouring pages. I can't remember what the other rewards are actually, if I'm honest. You know, I joined like ages ago and I haven't changed it because I like it. And this was from a couple of months ago, I believe. Might have even been longer. But she did a Pokemon rewards pack where they are based off of Pokemon. So here you have an Eevee and a Togepi, and I remember seeing this Pokemon but could not remember its name for the life of me, so I had to look through all of my Pokemon cards. So basically I got the colours from Eevee, was shocked I didn't have a Togepi card because I thought I did, but I don't, so I had to Google a picture of Togepi just so I got it right. I had the general idea of what it looks like, and then I'm going with the pronunciation of Feony, but I could be wrong. But I found it. I knew I'd seen it. But yeah, look how cute it is. Anyway, and then I just decided to just colour my trainer however I want. I don't know if it is based on a specific trainer or not. I haven't watched Pokemon in a very long time. And yeah, I believe it's just Camilla's style. So again, I have used Winsor & Newton alcohol markers, as you can see, as a base, and then Black Widow pencils, Posca pen, and then once again I was testing out those Renaissance watercolour paints, and this is in the colour Squashy. It is the one that was almost ran out, but this is, it's like a yellow and pink, you know, like the Squashy Sweets. But yeah, I love it. But like I said, it is one of my least favourite in that set, which is why I wasn't afraid to use a lot of it. But I think it went with this page quite well, like the colour. But yeah, and I want, like, you gotta colour them all, right? Yeah, the Pokemon pages, I love them. I wish there was more. But then she also has other packs with other characters, like she's done so many that I need to colour, but like I'm not going to stop buying them. I'm not going to stop getting the rewards because I want them all. I just love colouring her style, and I know like this sort of page wouldn't be coming out in a book because like the Pokemon theme, right? And they're all like based on like characters that exist and stuff, so there'd be extra like copyright and all that, wouldn't there? It's like Colour in Heaven. They can't actually do like a Disney collection or anything like that because the copyright would cost so much that the magazine would have to cost a lot more, and yeah, we all know the sort of process of why they can't, but we all wish they could, right? Because don't you find that when artists like draw it in their style, that you need it? I love seeing a character in so many different styles. Sorry, I was having a sip of my drink and now I've got an ice cube in my mouth. Right, so that is all of my completed pages for the month of July 2025. Oh, can't believe we're already in August, and it's already quite a ways through, and I've only completed one page, which I did on holiday. Oh, wish me luck for August. But I will have another video coming very shortly, and it's something different from me because I don't normally do this, but it's an unboxing. Yeah, it is colouring related, but like I'm excited to receive this, so I just wanted to share that with you. So yeah, look forward to that. So happy colouring for August. I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. Goodbye.